Hola clase, welcome. Welcome to today's lesson, and that is 16 Spanish essential phrases for instant communication. If you are here today, is because you are a beginner and you don't have much background in Spanish. You just started your language journey, and this is why you're clicking on this video. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and like this video so that I can provide to you more videos like this one. Also, grab your paper, pencil, notebook, whatever you're going to start putting your Spanish notes in. You should start doing that. Maybe a notebook, or you could keep track of all the new Spanish words that you're going to be adding on. All right, here we go. We're going to get started. Get ready. You're going to be repeating after me. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas means what is your name? What is your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? If you want to write that down, that will be great. If not, if you can just memorize it, that's fine. But by the end of this video, you should be able to know 16 words. Next word is, or next phrase is, Buenos días. Buenos días. Buenos días, you can guess, means good morning. Good morning. Good morning is buenos días. Next phrase is buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. If you have issues rolling your R, don't worry about that right now. You're just trying to listen to the sound. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes means good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon is buenas tardes. Buenas tardes is good afternoon. Next one is buenas noches. Buenas noches. Buenas noches means good evening. And good evening is buenas noches. Let's go back to some other ones just to go back and see if you remember. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes is good afternoon. Buenos días is good morning. And the first one we went over. ¿Cómo te llamas? What is your name? Okay, let's continue. This one is really important too. Adiós. Adiós. Adiós means goodbye. So can you tell me right now? Can you tell me adiós? Adiós. Next one is hasta mañana. Another way of saying goodbye. Hasta mañana, which means see you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Hasta mañana means see you tomorrow. Next one. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? What do you think that means? How are you? How are you? How are you is ¿Cómo estás? Let's go back to the previous ones. Hasta mañana. Hasta mañana means see you tomorrow. How about adiós? What does adiós mean? Adiós means goodbye. And how about buenas noches? Buenas noches is good evening. Let's go back to buenas tardes. What is buenas tardes? Buenas tardes is good afternoon. How about buenos días? Buenos días. That would be good morning. Let's go back to the first one. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? And since I'm just meeting you right now, why don't you write in the comment, answer the question, ¿Cómo te llamas? How about you answer that question right now? All right, let's continue. We already said adiós. That means adiós. We said hasta mañana, which means see you tomorrow. We asked, ¿Cómo estás? And that means how are you? Can you write in the comments right now? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te llamas? And then ¿Cómo estás? Can you write those for me down there? Next one is muy bien. Muy bien. What do you think that means? Muy bien. It's an answer to ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Very well. Very well. So if I were to ask you ¿Cómo estás? Can you answer me muy bien? Would you be able to answer me muy bien, which is very well? How about mal? Mal. ¿Cómo estás? Ay, mal. Mal means bad. Bad. How are you feeling? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Estás mal o estás bien? ¿Estás mal o estás muy bien? Which is very well. Mal, muy bien, or mal? Which one? Which one would you pick? Pick one. Tell me in the comments which one are you. Next one is Asi-asi. Asi-asi. That means I'm okay. I'm okay. Most people are this one every day. I'm okay. Asi-asi. Asi-asi. Sometimes when they say asi-asi, they go like this. Asi-asi, like so-so. It's kind of like saying so-so. Más o menos. Más o menos. Again, we could do it like this. Más o menos. Which means more or less. More or less. So if I were to ask you, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Which, what is ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás is how are you? ¿Cómo estás? You should be able to tell me muy bien, which means very well. You should be able to tell me mal, which means bad. You should be able to tell me así, which means okay. And another one for así would be más o menos, which means more or less. And then this word that I love this word, gracias. Gracias. What do you think gracias means? Gracias means thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias means thank you. This is a very good word to know. Always say gracias. Then the next one, I love this word too. Por favor. Por favor. What do you think por favor means? Means please. Please. And this one, mucho gusto. Mucho gusto, which means nice to meet you. Mucho gusto is nice to meet you. Next one, igualmente. Igualmente. That's a big old word. What do you think that means? Igualmente means me too. Me too is igualmente. Igualmente. Next one is me gusta. Me gusta. This is a very important phrase. You need to be able to tell people what you like, what you don't like. Me gusta, which means I like. I like. Me gusta means I like. All right. So I hope you remembered any of these phrases. If you remembered one in your head that you can't stop thinking about, write it in the comments right now. Which one is it? Is it me gusta? Is it igualmente? Do you remember what that means? Is it mucho gusto? How about por favor? How about gracias? Do you remember más o menos? How about así-asi? Or how about mal? How about muy bien? Or ¿cómo estás? You remember that one? How about hasta mañana? Or adiós? Or buenas noches? How about buenas tardes? Do you remember what that is? Buenas tardes? Buenos días? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? If you remember any of those, if you remember what they mean, write it in the comments and let me know that you're with me still. You're still with me. All right, let's try a call and response with ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice is a really important phrase when you're learning how to speak Spanish because you can say anything in English as long as you say ¿cómo se dice? So you could say ¿cómo se dice remote control en español? ¿Cómo se dice headband en español? So you can say anything you want. Just say ¿cómo se dice? Repeat after me. ¿Cómo se dice? And then the word in Spanish is called español. ¿Cómo se dice en español? All right, so let's get started. ¿Cómo se dice what is your name en español? You tell me. ¿Cómo se dice what is your name en español? If you can write it in the comments. Let me know that you're following. ¿Cómo se dice? Let me know that you know this. That means ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? What is your name? Is ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo se dice good morning en español? ¿Cómo se dice good morning? Write it down. Write it down in the comments. Write it down in your notes. The more you write it, The more you say it, the more you remember it. ¿Cómo se dice good morning en español? Buenos días. Buenos días. ¿Cómo se dice good afternoon en español? Do you remember that one? ¿Cómo se dice good afternoon? Can you write it down in the comments? Buenos días. It's not buenos días. It's not ¿cómo te llamas? It's buenas tardes. I hope you had that one. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo se dice good evening en español? Good evening. Is it ¿cómo te llamas? Buenas tardes? No. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo se dice goodbye en español? ¿Cómo se dice goodbye? Is it buenas noches? No, it's not buenas noches. What is it? Can you write it down? Tell me in the comments. It's adiós. Adiós. Adiós means goodbye. ¿Cómo se dice see you tomorrow? See you tomorrow. What is that? What is see you tomorrow? It could be hasta mañana. Hasta mañana. The H is always silent. Every time you see an H in Spanish, it is always silent. So we're saying hasta mañana. So please don't make the mistake of saying hasta mañana. My students always saying hola, hasta mañana. No, we don't do that. We need to keep that letter silent, okay? ¿Cómo se dice how are you en español? How are you? This is a good one. This is a good one. I wish you would ask me how am I. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? And now we're going to start asking, how do we answer how are you or ¿cómo estás en español? ¿Cómo se dice very well en español? ¿Cómo se dice very well? ¿Mal? ¿Así-asi? ¿Mucho gusto? It's muy bien. Very well is muy bien. Muy bien. ¿Cómo se dice bad en español? Bad. You just feel bad. Bad is mal. Mal. Mal is bad. And ¿cómo se dice okay? I guess I'm okay. En español, how do you say that? Gosh, do you remember? You remember okay en español? How about así-asi? Asi-asi. Sometimes when you use your hand like that, you might remember it like that. Who knows? Asi-asi. And then, ¿cómo se dice more or less? More or less. I'm more or less. I'm okay. Neither here or there. I'm not in the hospital today. No estoy en un hospital. Estoy more or less. ¿Cómo se dice more or less en español? Más o menos. Más o menos. ¿Cómo se dice thank you en español? Thank you. One of my favorite words in the world is thank you. How do you say thank you en español? Gracias. Gracias. ¿Cómo se dice please en español? Please. ¿Cómo se dice please? Por favor. Por favor. It's a good one to know too. It's always good to ask please when you want something. ¿Cómo se dice nice to meet you? Nice to meet you. So nice to meet you. Mucho gusto. I hope you had that right. And I hope you're writing in the comments, telling me all these answers. ¿Cómo se dice me too? Me too en español. How do you say that? It's a long word, but break it down. Let's break it down. Igualmente. You can do it. Sometimes you see a big word in Spanish and you're like, oh, I'm so scared I can't do it. No, just break it down in little bites. Igualmente. Igualmente. That means me too. And the last one. ¿Cómo se dice I like in Spanish, en español? ¿Cómo se dice I like en español? Me gusta. I put here me encanta, but it's me gusta. Me encanta actually means I love, something that you love. But I like means me gusta. Me gusta. So let's go back to that one over here where it says me gusta. Me gusta is I like. I like. Muy bien. Muy bien. I hope that you memorized another word. Let's see. Which words in this list of 16 phrases did you remember? Can you write it in the comments? What words stick out? Do you remember what igualmente means? Do you remember what me gusta means? How about cómo estás? Or what is asi-asi? What is my favorite word? Gracias. And then the word that goes with that, por favor. What are those words? Write it down in the comments. Let me know that you are with me still. All right, now we're going to have a multiple choice quiz. Are you ready for a quiz? Even though I've been quizzing you this whole time. But anyway, let's see. Multiple choice quiz. I'm going to give you a moment for you to answer the question, and then I'm going to tell you the answer. How about that? All right. What does cómo te llamas mean? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas means what is your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? What does buenos días mean? Buenos días. This one's tricky. Buenos días is good morning. What does buenas noches, buenas tardes means? What does buenas tardes means? Buenas tardes means good afternoon. What does buenas noches mean? What is buenas noches? Buenas noches is good evening. Have you been getting these right? If you've been getting these right, tell me in the comment. Tell me that you've been getting it right. If you've been getting them all wrong, just tell me you're getting them all wrong. Maybe we need to just watch the video again and that'll be okay. What does adiós mean? Adiós. It's adiós. Adiós is goodbye. Goodbye is adiós. What does hasta mañana mean? Hasta mañana. Hasta mañana. Is that see you tomorrow? Yes, see you tomorrow. What does cómo estás mean? Very important phrase. Very important phrase. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás means how are you? Did you get that right? I hope you got that right. I hope you did. What does muy bien mean? Muy bien. I tell this to all my students all the time. Muy bien means very well. Very well. That's how, if you're feeling good, you say, I'm feeling very well. I also use this when I'm praising my students. When they do something good, I say, hey, muy bien. And they love when I say that because then they repeat after me. And I teach kindergarten, pre-K, and then teenagers, 8th grade, 9th grade, through 12th grade, all those grades I teach. And they love when I say muy bien. They just love it. What does mal mean? Mal means bad. That means bad. I hope you had that right. Okay. What does asi-asi mean? Asi-asi. That means okay. Okay. I hope you had that right. What does más o menos mean? Más o menos means more or less. How about what does gracias mean? Gracias, my favorite word. You gotta learn my favorite word. You gotta learn it. You just have to. What is my favorite word? What does gracias mean? It means thank you. Thank you. What does por favor mean? Por favor. Ooh, there's one cut off there. What does por favor mean? And it's not the cutoff word that I have there. It's creeping up there. That says good evening. No, that's not it. It's not it. What is por favor? Por favor means please. Please. I hope you got that right. I hope. What does mucho gusto mean? Mucho gusto. We say this a lot after we meet somebody. Nice to meet you. How about igualmente? Igualmente. What does that mean? Igualmente. That's a long word. Could it mean a lot of things or just one thing? It means me too. I hope you had that right. I hope you got it right. What does me gusta mean? Me gusta. Me gusta means I like. I like. It's a really good one. All right, guys. I hope that you got all of those right. And we're going to do another exercise. This is our last exercise for the day. And I'm hoping that you learned several words out of the 16 phrases that we have. How many of them do you think you have memorized already? Can you write in the comments that you're doing well? This is going well for you. This is not working. Just let me know, please, in the comments. Just let me know that you're still there, that I'm not like just babbling by myself here. Okay, so we're gonna play fill in the blank. All right, this one is gonna be from Spanish to English, so it should be much easier. ¿Cómo te llamas is what is ¿Cómo te llamas? Is what is your name? That's what you fill in the blank is what. If you want to fill in the blank in the comments and let me know that that's what you put right, then let me know. Buenos días. Buenos días means what? I like that llama in the background. That must be Peru. So cute. All right. Buenos días means good morning, Juan. How about this one? Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. That means good afternoon, Ana. Next one. Buenas noches. And these are really small, short sentences that you could learn in Spanish is by adding someone's name at the end of it because they're greetings already. So, buenas noches is good evening, Señora Lopez. You could say buenas noches, Señora Lopez. You could say that as well. Adiós. Adiós. You could say goodbye. Goodbye, friends. How about hasta mañana means see you tomorrow, Maria. See you tomorrow, Maria. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? That means how are you today, Carlos? Muy bien. Very well. Thank you. So sweet asking me how I'm doing. Thank you. Mal. Mm-mm. I'm bad. I have a headache. It's just throbbing. It's just horrible. Mal. Asi-asi. That means, what does asi-asi means? I'm okay. I'm okay. Do you hear people saying I'm okay? I hear people saying I'm okay more often than I'm very well. Definitely. Más o menos, which means more or less, not too bad. Then we have my favorite, gracias. Thank you for your help. Then we have the begging one, por favor. Can you help me, please? Please. Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What does that mean? What is nice to meet you? That means pleased to meet you. Nice to meet you. So you could put someone's name here. You could put someone's name there like Kathy, Robbie, whatever you want right there. Igualmente. Nice to meet you too. The answer is already there. Nice to meet you too. And you put someone's name. That's too easy. That fill in the blank. I just gave that away. Me gusta. Me gusta. I like pizza. Me gusta la pizza. All right. So what is your favorite Spanish phrase from today's lesson? Write it down in the comments. Let me know if you were able to master all 16 words. Or if you perhaps only learned five, only learned one, only learned two. But let's review those words again in Spanish and you tell me the word in English. ¿Cómo te llamas? Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. Adiós. Hasta mañana. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Mal. Así. Más o menos. Gracias. Por favor. Mucho gusto. Igualmente. Me gusta. Me gusta. I hope that you learned those 16 phrases today that are very essential to Spanish language. We're going to continue our vocabulary journey with more vocabulary lists and also how you can incorporate those in short sentences. If you like this video, if it helped you out, please hit subscribe and press I like it so that I can provide more videos like this one. Hope to see you in the next video. Adiós. Hasta mañana.